American Vampire is primarily led by Scott Snyder. However, in the first volume, we get a very special feature of Skinner Sweet's backstory set in the days of America's Wild West, which is written by none other than the Stephen King. That alone sets the bar incredibly high from the very beginning. Our story begins in 1925 LA with a young woman named Pearl Jones, who has these dreams of becoming a big-time Hollywood actress one day. However, she soon discovers the corrupted side of Hollywood and ends up on the brink of death in a desert. This event sort of acts as a domino effect for the entire series, and turning Pearl is what seals the deal. It was really cool seeing the parallels of Skinner and Bad Blood versus Pearl's story, because they both get left for dead in a desert, and I felt that these parallels were pivotal in establishing how similar they truly are despite their vast differences, and how that one moment is such a turning point in their lives. It's almost like the desert became a symbol of transformation, and you'll definitely see how this theory holds up more as the story progresses. Now let's talk about the foreshadowing and Snyder's insane attention to detail. Everything in this story is very intentional and so meticulously planned out, and it's evident, like when Pearl says, "I apologize for killing you and everyone else," to Chase, implying the revenge she would take on not only him, but the other European vampires he used to supply innocent girls to as well. The opening scene in issue 2, where Hattie opens the door to Pearl's room as the radio plays Skinner's Bad Blood story, is an incredible piece of storytelling detail as well. At the beginning of the 3rd issue is where Pearl's role as a strong female lead truly shines. She takes it upon herself to seek revenge against the European vampires, not just for what they did to her, but for all the crushed dreams of the young and innocent girls they destroyed. I found that incredibly empowering. Now, some might say Pearl's transformation is scary, and it is. But the reason I love her so much is because there's a certain deadly beauty to how vampires are portrayed in this world. I also love how Henry continues to help her even after discovering what she's capable of. His heart is truly made of gold, and honestly, everyone deserves a Henry in their life. While doing a reread, there was a part of me that genuinely felt bad for Skinner. You learn more about his backstory later in the series, but just imagine being dead for 20 years and then suddenly coming back to life in a world that has completely changed, including who you are as a person. That big of a change is scary. In the 4th issue, we learn about Hattie and Pearl's friendship, and the betrayal twist absolutely floored me. The fact that we see Hattie dumping Pearl's body all the way back in the 1st issue without even realizing it's them until it's revealed later as a flashback is so artfully done and evidence of such strong writing. In the later issues, we also start to see the significance of the Hollywoodland sign in the background and how deeply it connects to each character's origin story, which, again, we'll get to as the story progresses. Skinner and Pearl remind me of yin and yang because of how they're constantly intertwined and always will be, whether they like it or not. By the end of the 5th issue, it becomes clear that their relationship goes beyond simply being vampire allies and starts to move into something far more complicated and emotional. In those moments, I knew their bond would run much deeper than it first appeared. Well, that concludes Volume 1 and Skinner's backstory. They go their separate ways for now, but don't worry. They'll find their way back to each other sooner than you might expect.